looking for the big step up. Some have already made a dabble or two in some of the bigger steps, and right now we're going to see who the best of the best is this week at Loretta. Lynn says Moto number 2 for the 250 Pro Sport class, off and rolling. Angelique Swoll, 250 Pro Sport class rider. Moto number 1 had some issues out there on board that number 30 machine. As we take a look at that, he finished 13th in Moto 1 on that Rockstar Husqvarna, backed by Scott Goggles in FMF. But the thing about it here in Moto 2, he gets out strong out front. He did that in Moto 1. I think he had a tip over, fell back. We'll see what happens here in Moto 2. Ty Johnson, Joe Shimoda, Hardy Munoz, Lance Kobush, some of the names. Jet Lawrence also up there, strong in that early start as we check in with your leader now out in Storyland, the number 30, Angelique Swoll, when behind him a little bit of dirt starting to open up between he and that Suzuki. I believe that's Lance Kobush, the number 99 machine.
All right, Rodney, going to help call this action in the tower. Jason Wygant here. So Angelique Swoll trying to turn this all around after a rough day of it yesterday in the first moto of this class. It was this section right here. He had just taken the lead, did Swoll, and he went down in this corner. And then the bike wouldn't fire. It took him a long time to get going. Then he had another crash, and it was a bad race. He was super determined when he came out this morning in Open Pro Sport, and he made it happen. He got the win, probably the smallest margin of victory we've ever seen at any motocross race ever. He got that win.
You're dead on. You're dead right on that.
So he is vengeance today, but Lance Kobush going to try to run with him. And here comes Swoll's new rival,
Jet Lawrence. Lawrence started off in 7th, already up to 3rd. And I got to tell you right now, this is a make or break week for Lance Kobush. He's got to deliver something to the BarX team for them to keep moving forward with him. That's just not from anybody. It's just my own personal opinion on that.
Yeah, you got to run with the big dogs, no doubt. And he's got a real challenge because he got Swoll in front of him and Jet Lawrence behind them, the 1, 2, 3 as they go through. And then the number 47 of Joe Shimoda, finally a good start.
Finally, Joe, smoking Joe Shimoda with a great start for him. Hardy Munoz still 5th, Grant Harlan, Boaz, Parker, Mashburn 8th. So Lance Kobush trying to rise to the occasion right now, and a tall order to keep the number 49 of Jet Lawrence. And dude, it is so much fun to watch Jet Lawrence ride a motorcycle.
Absolutely.
So smooth. Just proper English, you know what I mean? He's just he's got drinking tea the whole time. It's very classy in the way he moves
really
the
good
motorcycle about the track.
Enunciation, articulation
of the motorcycle, the attitude of the motorcycle. Even though he's not English, he's Australian, right?
Yeah. But, you know, they still speak the Queen's English.
That's right. There we go.
Swoll, meanwhile, it's just pure grit and determination. He said on the podium earlier today he was seeing red after yesterday.
Pissed. I like when he's just honest.
Yeah, he was mad.
I don't like
He was mad about it. Throwing that potential Moto win away yesterday, he is coming back with a vengeance now in Moto number 2. Leading the way in the Rockstar Husqvarna. Oh, Kobush is feeling the heat. Jet Lawrence trying to get around. And Joe Shimoda is right there as well. Hardy Munoz would be next. He has been a player. He finished 3rd in the first Moto. Munoz running in 5th right now. Then it's Grant Harlan, Josh Boaz, Parker Mashburn, Slater Colby, and Marcus.
Look at Pierce Brown. Unfortunate.
What is going on there?
Another bad start for Pierce Brown. He tried to buy a start. I saw him writing a check. They said they don't take checks. They Venmo, PayPal. He didn't have his card with him, so that's all he could afford was a 12th place start for Pierce Brown. That stinks.
Yeah, he can't buy a start.
You're
can't buy it.
Not allowed.
Check bounced. Cash only. Who has cash these days?
Yeah, right.
Looks like responding to the challenge.
Whoa, and he has in a big way.
He was putting pressure on it. He actually retook the lead. So he responded to that challenge from Lawrence, stepped it up, and said, Kevin Kelly, you want to see what I got?
I got this. Lance Kobush, he has not done this at any national we've been to all summer long, any big race. He has not made passes on the big players like that.
This would be absolutely huge if he could hold on and win this moto. And now Jet Lawrence quickly around Swoll.
So the wheel's coming off for Angelique Swoll. What has happened?
Woo, and a foot off. Dragging that leg for Lawrence. This could allow Swoll to get back by him. Side by side into the right-hander before the 10 Commandments. Lawrence locks down 2nd place.
He does.
Let's see if Swoll can get him back. And don't count out Joe Shimoda back there in 4th.
Smoking Joe is right there behind him, wants to get up there and play with these guys. Man, Jet Lawrence, and just kudos to the number 99 of Lance Kobush rising, absolutely stepping up. He knows it. I know he has to know I have to deliver something.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's make or break time when you're in these A classes to try to get that ride as a pro. You do not want to have to do it as a privateer. We know that Lawrence and Swoll and Shimoda got it locked in. Will Kobush have a similar deal? We're just marveling at the way
sorry.
Jet Lawrence dissects this racetrack, and he's using it to go to the inside. Here's the pass. Jet Lawrence. Does he have Kobush covered?
No.
Little hesitation in the center of the corner. Kobush get him back?
I think so for the moment.
Here we go.
Oh, Kobush executes that rut perfectly. Looks back.
Woo.
Easy. Careful.
It's going to happen right here.
Okay, we're into the sweeper turn.
Last left.
Little feet on the pegs, standing up and making it easy.
Right in front of him.
Jet Lawrence takes the lead away.
Careful. Do not taunt. That isn't a move on MX versus ATV, taunting the riders when you look back at them. You don't want to do that to Jet Lawrence. Takes that personally.
Well, Jet Lawrence going to try to get away now. That's what Swoll was supposed to do. But after leading for about 2 laps, Swoll got swallowed up by Kobush and Lawrence. Kobush is going to stick with Jet Lawrence, try to learn the lines. Look at the battle now. Joe Shimoda and Swoll going at it for third.
That's a great battle. Battle for first and third. Oh, and they almost collide as their lines crisscross. Swoll and Joe Shimoda. Shimoda hasn't even been on the box this week, has he?
Not yet, but remember, we saw him in a pair of first motos, and he had bad starts. That might have been bad gate picks. Now we're seeing what he can do with a good start, and he is fighting for that podium position. Shimoda on the red 47, going outside of Swoll into the 10 Commandments.
They're in stereo now. They'll triple again, triple, double. Joe Shimoda's got a head of steam. Can he slingshot around this and beat him to the apex? Negative. Swoll holding on for a different Swoll than what we saw earlier this morning. He was offensive. Now he's kind of having to play defense. Keep the ball in the quarterback's hands. The defense getting tired, man. They've been playing the entire first half.
Trying to find Carson Mumford out here, who is second in Moto 1. Look at Shimoda.
He's
the
12.
triple from the inside, or to put him on the inside. But Swoll immediately fights back. We're into the sand section.
Mumford up in the number 12 spot, and Pierce Brown was in 12th. He is all the way up to the number 6 spot now.
So Joe Shimoda takes the measure of Swoll to move into third. So now Shimoda on the board for the first time this week. Hasn't been able to make the comebacks result in podium finishes.
What was that?
What?
Was he shifting the motorcycle a la
I don't know.
Ryan Dungey, touching the gas? What was that all about?
I don't think there's a reason to turn the gas on a fuel-injected motorcycle.
He likes to check the temperature of the cylinder, so he's touching it. He's going to back it off, try to save the motor for late in the Moto. That's what they do now.
You don't want to rev it. You don't want to redline it when it's cold. You want to make sure he's at full operating temperature.
Wow, fastest rider on the track just might be Pierce Brown. He has caught up to all those kids with a 151. Good Lord, in traffic. That matches Jet Lawrence's time, and he is reeled right up on Swoll and the number 74 of Hardy Munoz.
So
holy cow.
Pierce Brown on the 63 here, the back of this train, now has the fastest lap of this moto. I don't know what the deal is with Brown. It seems to take half the moto for it to happen, but when it does, he is on fire.
Wow.
And now Munoz trying to take the spot away, so it's coming unraveled quickly for Swoll, who was leading this thing 3 laps ago.
They're going to both have to deal with Pierce Brown. Both of them go inside. Everybody going inside now. You go inside. He goes inside. So Munoz gets around, and here comes Brown. He's going to slip right by, if you don't watch out, by Swoll, and I believe he might be working on that.
Wow. So Swoll, let's see if Brown can get him. These two know each other quite well. Many battles through the years.
He did.
Pierce Brown gets him. What has happened to Swoll here?
That's not the same rider we saw this morning for sure. Munoz gets by. Everybody has.
Parker Mashburn's next in the line, 7th. Josh Boaz, Colton Eigenman, and Jesse Flock, top 10. Mumford, second in Moto 1, is up to 11th here in Moto 2.
Now
Pierce Brown's on the charge.
Yeah, he is slugging it out now with Hardy Munoz. This is Pierce's best ride of the week so far.
In the first moto, these two took the battle for third down to the last turn. Pierce Brown passed Munoz on the sweeper, and then Munoz got him back in the last turn to finish third and push Brown back to 4th. For an overall, that could be all the difference. So Brown's got to try to take the measure of him here, but Munoz has proven tough all week long, and it's not going to make it easy on the KTM rider.
Jet Lawrence with a great lap there. Another 151, opens it up to almost 3 seconds over Lance Kobush. Here comes Joe Shimoda right up to the rear bumper of Kobush as we continue to watch Swoll. He won a moto just hours ago, one of the most exciting motos we've seen here in a good 50 years. What'd you say?
Yeah, all 50 years, including the first 10 where we didn't even have the event.
Correct.
It was as good as any of those there.
Incredible.
Had a couple horse races, I'm sure, up here that were not even that good.
So Kobush
Wyatt
now,
knows, photo finish. Down the stretch they come.
there's a good look at Jet Lawrence. Picture perfect form there. Kobush drops into the left-hander, as does Joe Shimoda.
I think you could name a horse Jet Lawrence. That could be a horse.
Oh,
one of the
absolutely.
few names that could be a horse racing. Going for the Triple Crown, Jet Lawrence.
A kid from Australia.
Yes. Yep. Joe Shimoda. I could name that. I could name a horse Joe Shimoda. That would work. Maybe just Shimoda.
Shimoda would work.
Yeah.
Shimoda's Pagoda.
Or Shimoda Pagoda. Down the stretch they go.
Shimoda.
So Lance Kobush has been in no man's land for a little while. Couldn't quite see the leader any longer, and then was by himself in second. But now, dealing with pressure from Shimoda, could it be 1-2 finishes for this Honda team in both motos? First with Lawrence and Mumford, now could be with Lawrence and Shimoda.
I absolutely think it could be. Lance Kobush light. He is holding on for the #2 spot, but for how long? There it is. It's done just like that. Closes
Joe
the
Shimoda.
Emperor's door. Right there in the face of Lance Kobush light.
Bush. Kobush.
Light. Kobush light.
And Shimoda still looking down at the motorcycle as he launches that tabletop. This time he didn't reach down. There's Davey Coombs out there handling Instagram. Probably got a lot of clients that he's servicing this week. Davey, the Instagram mastermind. Where are we at on time? Man, 9 minutes to go.
Pierce Brown has gotten around finally, but Munoz is super tough to get around. Pierce Brown has slipped by him. 12 minutes, 11 minutes in the books already. We got about 9 to go. And Pierce Brown trying to land on that podium. He's got to get around the number 99 of Lance Kobush. He's on the move. 151s for your first and second place rider. Kobush, though, with a 154.
You know, is there time for Shimoda to try to make a race of it with his teammate? He's 4 seconds down. We're only 11 minutes into a 20-minute moto. Shimoda did go 3/10 faster than last time around. Could Shimoda make a race of it up front?
Selfishly, I sure hope so.
Yeah, we want to see more action.
Man, can't get enough of it. This pro class is deep. Carson Mumford continues to move forward. He was outside of the top 15, jumped in at 12. Now he's up to 8 as we hit the 6th lap. Pierce Brown was 12th as well, and he is almost looking at a podium finish. It's a hell of a ride for Pierce Brown.
Wow, Shimoda showing you just how rough this track is in that back section. How it's so difficult to stay on the bike through those ruts. Gets that triple clean, sticks to the inside. He is on a mission right now.
It looks to me like Shimoda has closed in just a bit.
I think he is. I think he
visually.
is closing on Lawrence. Lawrence looked good through that section as well, but Shimoda
absolutely. He's got it to about 3 seconds.
Yep.
Hey, this is a really good lap here. So now Lapper's going to come into play here, and that'll change things up.
So the 49 of Lawrence. Let's see what the lead is by the time they get through these next 2 turns and get to the finish line again. Can Shimoda get there and make a duel of it? With Kobush, Brown, and Munoz, top 5.
Here he comes, looks over, checks on that inside turn there. Did you see that? He looked to the left to see, oh, there's problems now for Jet Lawrence. 2 big mistakes there. And you'll see Joe Shimoda in the picture. Shimoda's Pagoda. He is going after Jet Lawrence now.
How
got
about
it down to 2.3 seconds, Jason.
That is unbelievable that Shimoda was able to make up this much ground. I was wondering if he could get there by the end of the moto. He took the lead in half in 1 lap. So what was a 4-second gap is a 2-second gap. Plenty of time now.
It's that extra incentive, too. You want to beat your teammate. That's always, if I beat anybody, if I finish second to last, I want you behind me there. I got to beat my teammate.
Well, it's cool that the team made room for Lawrence. They already had Shimoda and Mumford in the hopper for a long time, taking them through the ranks. But they got the package deal for both Lawrence brothers, and that included Jet for at least a year as an amateur, and he's ridden very well. But will it be enough to hold off Shimoda, who has caught him? We've got a battle for the lead and a battle for third, and Pierce Brown takes it.
Pierce Brown from outside the top 15 or so has moved into the number 3 spot, and Pierce Brown continues to knock down fast laps. Shimoda was the fastest rider on the track that time around, Jason.
Pierce Brown, by the way, coming back from a broken shoulder blade, raced at the WW Ranch as a pro and then got hurt a couple days later. Hasn't done really much riding or training in about a month and a half. So he wasn't sure. He knew he could do the motos, but he wasn't sure about the full intensity. He's got the intensity now, up to third. Meanwhile, back to the battle for the lead. The 49, the 47. This is going to get good.
All right, you asked for it. We submitted another request for a great race. They got it in. They barely got it in before the 1 p.m. deadline, so I think they've made the paperwork, pushed it through. We got another good race brewing for you, folks. Shimoda has come from a good ways back. Jet Lawrence now going to be under the attack of his own teammate. Different continents from different parts of the world, not even Americans here.
That's a good point.
Australia versus Japan, the classic rivalry we always
Well,
have
they're
talked
fairly
about.
close on the map. They're closer to each other
Than
than
they
the
are
United
here,
States.
in any
Yes,
way.
absolutely. So Shimoda caught him, but a couple of mistakes has allowed Lawrence to have a few bike lengths. But Shimoda now right back there and on the
Oh,
inside.
Out of nowhere, Shimoda just surprised him. He woke up Jet Lawrence now. He's feeling woke.
He's fully woke, yes, as they go through the camera, the mechanics area, and the camera cut right now. Let's see who comes out. Two different lines in this section right here. There it is. Nope, they funnel together around those anthills. Now in the long short shoot. Hunter Lawrence dealing with a heap of pressure. Shimoda dove to the inside.
All right, you're going to see different ways of getting through this 10 Commandments. Lawrence going to go inside. Shimoda going to bring some steam right here. They're going to hit this one side by side, triple again. Lawrence can check him out and see him, but no dice. They're going to play nice, though. They're teammates. One would think.
Shimoda pretty much out of it as far as the title is concerned. We go a little bit further back. See the 73 KTM. We'll go back to our leaders. All right, this is too good. We're not taking our eyes off of this one.
cares?
Yes,
Let's
going
focus.
back to the Honda boys. Lawrence leading Shimoda out of Storyland.
Shimoda follows him over the triple, different lines here. Lawrence has run that same line every single lap, covering those inside lines. Not going to give it, not going to make it easy for Shimoda.
Shimoda's going to try the high line around the outside. Now, this often funnels together. They both chose to go in the middle. Yeah, could have been the lapper. That was a factor there. Shimoda a little further inside through that rutted corner. Shimoda no longer looking down at the bike in midair. He's in full send mode now.
It's working for him now. So Jet Lawrence has stepped it up. Shimoda dives in on the inside, and he has got something cooking here. Lawrence going to protect the inside lines again, making Joe Shimoda use a lot more gas. That could be a factor.
Really? I don't think so.
I think that's a factor. Yeah, no, I'm just
So
kidding.
here it is. Time running out in this Moto. Two-lap card is out. Shimoda giving everything he can to get around Lawrence. And
They're not.
they've got to deal with lap traffic as well. So they've been playing chess with the lines.
Wow, they both choose that gnarly long. That's the
Unbelievable.
longest rut in Loretta's history.
Oh my
That is
gosh.
huge.
An
It's
entire
so deep.
straightaway rut.
You're committed once you go. Here comes Shimoda around the outside. He's got something working now. Jason Wygant. Does he have enough speed? He's going to take the inside line. Lawrence counters. Side-by-side action. Joe Shimoda cannot get around him.
This is some of the best racing we've ever seen collectively over the course of all three of these Pro Sport Motos this week. I thought Shimoda had him for sure, but that anthill on the inside slowed him up just enough. Lawrence will fight again, holding on to the lead, but for how long?
Yeah, Shimoda's got some good parts of this racetrack that he can break out of his toolbox. Here on, we got one more lap to go. Right around the sweeper. He dissect this sweeper shot inside. And Shimoda, again, he is crafty all over this racetrack, not following Jet Lawrence with a big problem.
This could be Shimoda's opening.
There it
Here comes the triple. He's got it, and he does the triple, and he takes the lead. Lawrence to the inside to try to fight back. Joe Shimoda has done it. What a comeback.
Last lap, or 2 laps to go here, and Joe Shimoda has put it all together. He was off the radar, and now here he is out front.
Shimoda in Moto 1, 8th place. So as far as the title is concerned, it is a long shot, but he has served notice that he's got some skills again.
There's no team tactics here.
Nope. Megawatt up here just freaking out over the riding styles of these riders, even
So
just by
different.
themselves, let alone with all the passing.
Well, that tells you how good this racetrack is. You can ride any part
Yep.
of it, make passes on the inside, the outside. And Joe Shimoda will take a look at this white flag as we get ready to rock and roll. One more lap to go as Joe Shimoda digs deep and makes a last-minute pass on Jet Lawrence. Pierce Brown in the number 3 spot. He has come from way back as well. He's the last piece of our puzzle. We want to get Pierce Brown up to the tip of the spear and get him out there battling with these guys. There's Jet Lawrence. He'll live to fight the next moto. Hardy Munoz, great ride in 4th. Lance Kovish, solid ride in 5th. And the real question mark for me is Jalek Swoll led this thing early, slips back to 6th, did not fall. There was no crash in that whole program there. Parker Mashburn 7th. Carson Mumford was way back, and he's up to 8th. Carter Halpane 9th. Marcus Phelps 10th. Jesse Flock 11th. Colton Eigelman 12th. Unbelievable. Pierce Brown just about 5 seconds back there. That's who we were seeing just behind Jet Lawrence. That was Pierce Brown peeking into the shot there. But the man of the hour looks to be the black helmet, the red and white trimmed motorcycle gear there. That is Joe Shimoda. heck of a run there for him. He's got the Geisha girls waiting on him to cool him off at the end of the moto. All right, a couple more turns remain for the number 47. Joe Shimoda has done it. What a great ride Joe Shimoda has put together on that just previous lap there. Joe Shimoda was able to make the pass, and he will become a Moto winner this year. He is pumped on that. So we've seen a lot of winning out of these Factory Connection, Geico, Amsoil, you name it, all the sponsors they got. And Pierce Brown drives it into the number 3 spot. Lawrence is second. Shimoda is your winner. Hardy Munoz and Lance Kovish rounds out your top 5. Great ride for Lance Kovish on the Far X Suzuki. There's Jalek Swoll. And we will get ready to toss it down to Jason Wygant. Another look at your finish. Joe Shimoda, Jet Lawrence, Pierce Brown. That is your podium. And these dudes all had to come from way, way back. Shimoda, Lawrence, and Brown. So lots of passes made by those guys. We'll toss it down to Jason Wygant, who has the podium duty.
Well, I thought so. Joe Shimoda just walked back over. He's going to get a drink of water, and then we'll bring him up. Also have a whole shot award for Jalek Swoll. Probably doesn't even want to come up, but that's part of the drill here. So amazing racing. Maybe some of the best overall combination of racing we've seen in pro sport action. I don't know. Maybe ever. Is that hyping it too much? I mean, 3 of the best motos you'll ever see in the 3 motos that we have had. We're going to bring Joe on up to the podium in a minute. We'll let you cool off, and then we'll bring you on up. It's amazing racing, I'll tell you what, this week. And a lot of it with these Honda riders. Mumford was second in Moto 1. Shimoda, 8th in Moto 1, but comes back to win Moto 2. Jet Lawrence now, though, sitting in a good position for the title on 1-2 Moto scores. Pierce Brown, what a charge. Don't count him out for the title. He's got a 4-3. If disaster were to strike, he would be the guy. All right, we got to hold the Shimoda here. We let him cool off after a hard-earned Moto win. He had to work for that one. Joe had to work for that one. There was a pretty big gap that he had to make up. It wasn't the best start, and he was a 4-second deficit to his teammate, but he did it. He dug down deep, he closed the gap, and then a tremendous fight for about 3 laps for the number 1 spot between the 2 Hondas. And Joe Shimoda gets it done. Let's send him on up to the podium. So a bad start in the first race. He wasn't able to make it happen. He ended up 8th. So it's going to be a tough one for the championship. But when you win a moto like that, that still feels awfully good. He out-duels one of the deepest pro sport fields we've ever seen to get the gold medal. Let's hear it for Joe Shimoda. Joe, it looks like you just wouldn't give up. Even when you had a little gap to make up, you just kept digging.
What I did was not give up to the end, and finally it worked. Yeah.
Unfortunately, Moto 1, was that just bad start? What happened there?
Yeah, both of my first moto, I missed the start completely and had no chance to get a good start, you know. So, yeah, this time I just focused so hard on the start and finally came around like 5th, and yeah, I was keep charging to the end. It was good.
Does it feel even better to win when you got a battle like that?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. All right, he earned it. Who do you want to thank, Joe? Come on over here.
First, I want to thank to my mom and dad. I'm Zora Factory Connection Honda and my coach Yannick, Rhino Power, Mobius, Asterix, Shift, 100%, 60, Alpine Charges. Everybody, thank you so much.
There it is, everybody. I'm going to straighten this out for you. Joe Shimoda, hold up that gold medal and be proud with a hard-earned win in Moto 2 in Pro Sport. That was awesome racing. When he caught Jet didn't make it easy on him. They went back and forth, the Honda men, and that was certainly exciting to watch. We thank them for putting on a good show. And we will talk to the second place finisher, who right now is in a great championship position for the title by carrying 1-2 moto scores. Bring him on up. Led some laps in this one. Shimoda tracked him down, but it's still a 1-2 heading into the third moto, which is nearly as good as you can do it. Let's hear it for our silver medalist, Chet Lawrence. Probably the best day of 2-2 moto scores you could ever have, since he lost one by this much and one by about that much. But take me through that one. You had a little lead there. Did you know Joe was coming?
Yeah, I got a good start and ended up getting first, and this didn't gel with the track very good this then. A little bit, track's definitely difficult, but yeah, Joe just caught me, and I was able to make a few mistakes, and yeah, one of them he got me on, but hey, I'm not that sad, but I'm still in good championship points, so yeah, I'm just gonna win the next one, just yeah, get the title.
There you go. Who do you want to thank?
I want to thank Amsor, Honda, ProTV Bars, Fox, Shift, 100%, Amsor, yeah, Yoshimura, sorry, Dunlop, just everyone who supports me, my little mechanic, and yeah, just everyone who's just behind me and supporting me.
All right, putting on a good show again. Let's hear it for Chet Lawrence. All right. Lots of Honda people happy with the 1-2 finish again for Hondas in this 250 Pro Sport. Third place. Good to get him up on the podium for the first time this week. We'll be able to talk to him. He just missed the podium in Moto 1, ended up a hard-fought fourth. I mean, literally, that battle for third came down to the last turn. This time, he locks down third completely. Let's hear it for Pierce Brown. Well, Pierce, life has not been easy with these starts, but you really put in some good laps midway through that one. So are you happy with it?
Yeah, I'm stoked on that one. That was a really hard moto, but I'm feeling better. I'm getting my feet wet. I'm only a week in because I've been off with a scapula injury, so I'm really happy with that. I felt like I put in some good laps. I'm getting closer to the top spot where I really think I deserve to be. So yeah, I'm super thankful that moto. I couldn't thank the whole Red Bull Shortly Designs GoPro KTM team enough. All my other sponsors like Scott, Dunlop, everyone from MTF, Alpine Stars. Shoot, I forgot if I said FMF, but everyone else, thanks so much.
Hey, the shoulder injury you're coming off of, the broken shoulder blade, what's the biggest effect? Does it hurt while you're riding? Is it just endurance, just sharpness on the bike? What did you miss the most, you think?
No, I've been at MTF the whole time I've been off, so they've been keeping me in shape off the bike wise. So I didn't really have a problem with that, but it's just on the bike, it's so painful. So I've just been having to deal with that and manage it really well, that moto, and really hoping for some more of those, maybe the top spot by the end of the week.
Just could happen. Let's hear it for our bronze medalist, Pierce Brown. And Pierce is sitting on 4-3 scores. It's not over, even as far as the title is concerned, so we'll see. Moto 3 is